What's up, home slice? Lucas here. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to learn a 540 kick on the inside of your house, fast, easy, with a few simple hacks. Pay attention, by the end of this video, you'll be 540 kicking. But you gotta focus. So, little prerequisite before we get started. Just learn the pivot, the knee drive, and the jump, okay? On the flat ground. It's very easy, you don't have to get inverted or anything. Saying in the long run, I want my kick to be out this way, my kick to shoot out that way, facing that way. And I'm gonna have my kicking leg be my right leg, okay? So then what you do is you pivot on your left, bringing your right leg around. Then the kicking leg is going to be the jumping leg, the last leg to leave the ground, the leg that jumps off the ground. So we pivot on the left, then we jump on the kicking leg, right? And you're going to take that pivot leg and drive it up like this, okay? So you're gonna drive that knee up, watch. So pivot, jump, drive that knee up, okay? Now what I want you to do to finish off this little prereq before we start throwing kicks on the pillows, I'll show you that progression in a second, is I want you to jump and do a 360 landing back on the jumping leg. So just like this. So you pivot, you jump, drive this up. What you're gonna do is you're gonna jump, you're gonna do a 360 landing back on the leg you jumped off of, and you're gonna pivot out like that. So simple, okay? Watch. All sped up, ready? Pivot, jump, pivot out. One more time. So pivot, jump, drive the knee up, 360, and then we pivot out. So once you get that basic little part down, that is like all the technical information you really need to know when it comes to the actual spin involved in the kick. Now the hardest part of the 540 kick, in my opinion, is getting that kicking leg to come out, go around with all that torque, and being able to come back down and land before anything else touches the ground. What we're gonna do to make us learn that perfectly inside the house. Can't go to the gym, can't go outside, don't want to go outside, don't want to go anywhere, just want to learn it now inside the house. Perfect scenario, guys, okay? Pull up your padded surface. Check this rig out. She's a beaut. Got my trusty mattress right here. Got a few couch cushions, household standard, Mr. Poop beanbag. Now you don't have to have exactly this equipment. You really just make anything that's a decent pillow stack. The key is you want it to be about waist level, okay? Waist level, that's gonna help us out a lot here. Bonus that's really gonna help you out is to have a soft landing part. So that's why this mattress really comes in handy. So when I overshoot and I can land on my knees on there, it's not gonna be the hard ground. So if you're gonna be doing this, you know, put down something soft on the other side, because when we're first learning this, we wanna have a nice, soft, controlled landing. Nice and close to you, have it stacked up nice and close to you so you can stand right next to it in a straight line, nothing like wobbly, you know what I'm saying? Come on, common sense, guys, common sense. What we're going to do now is we are going to do our pivot. We're gonna do our pivot, and we wanna end the pivot right basically an inch or two away from this barrier, okay? Because we're gonna be jumping and using this barrier to help guide us. So how to make sure we land and pivot at the right point. Basically start like this and then pivot away from it. Okay, now I'm over here. Perfect. You mark it in the carpet like that. Okay, so if this foot starts right here, that means I should land perfectly. Yep. Boom. Okay. Start in your pivot position, facing the way you want your kick to be going eventually. Now, you're going to pivot just like we did without this here. We're gonna pivot. Now what we're going to do is when we're jumping up and driving this knee forward, we're going to relax into our apparatus, come on over, bring this foot down, basically onto our knees. Hopefully you have that soft surface there. All right, looks a little choppy. Looks a little bit like, hey, Lucas is just making this crap up, you know, as he goes, but significant thought put into this. She'll smooth up, watch. So check this out. Pivot, up, sit, then right here, I want you to jump, bring that leg up like that. Boom. And it might feel awkward at first, but that's gonna get you in the mindset of bringing that hip up, bringing that leg through, okay? Go slow. You can keep it choppy at first. We want to get used to bringing that hip off the ground. And every single time you do this, you want to be thinking about actually bringing this leg from more of a bend position to a more of a kick position, okay? We're working on opening this leg up and kicking as we pivot and spin over this thing. Pivot, up, sit into it, nice and easy. Then right here, we torque, tighten the core, try to kick this leg, ready? Jump, kick. Try to increase the speed a little bit once you get used to that. Pivot, down, up, over. One more time, pivot. Oh, you see I started to jump a little bit there. Increase. Ooh, okay, not bad. So what you can do is you can start to remove this. You can remove one at a time. Basically, if you can already clear it, removing one at a time isn't gonna do anything for you other than just a mental thing, okay? Because if you remove everything at once, your mind might be like, oh, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Taking out one pillow at a time can help your mind. Pivot. Oh. All right, now it's just you, Poopy. Pivot. Try not to land off the bed, but hey, it's okay. All right, guys, once we get comfortable enough with this, we're feeling like we got the motion down, we're clearing it, our jump's looking good, our kick's looking better, well, we can either remove this or just keep the mattress there. I'm gonna choose to remove this entire thing. By doing that progression on the mattress, we now learned how to bring this foot around, kick it around, land it before we pivot out and finish the 540 kick. You don't have to just go for it though immediately. You can first start back at the beginning with that simple 360 pivot just like this. Up, 360 pivot, out. Then what you can do is, because we kept this leg straight, we can start to implement the techniques we learned from the pillow barrier. We can bring this knee up now also as well. 360, bring that knee up, put it down on the 360 and pivot out, watch. See that? Okay, I brought that knee up when I jumped. Now, just like we learned with the pillow barrier, what you're gonna do is you're gonna progress that and you're going to start to bring that knee up and above the waist. Bring that lower leg above the waist, trying to open it up around the front, just like we learned, just like we felt on that pillow barrier. Using those core muscles that you used on the pillow, you're gonna be now using in the air. It feels just the same. So you start with that simple straight leg 360, landing, pivoting out. Then bring that jumping knee up, 360, bring it down, pivot out. Then you want to bring that jumping knee up a little more and try to drive that leg out as you turn around the front. Then plant that foot down, pivot out. The key is basically that simple progression and using those same muscles we utilized over that pillow barrier to bring that kicking leg up and over, bringing that hip up, that knee drive, kick up and over. Now, a good little key point to remember is when you're doing your 540 kick, sometimes it really helps not to kick like this, not to do like a wiping motion where you're using those groin muscles, but rather to use the front of the leg, more of the quadriceps in the kick as you're kicking over. I mean, you're using everything. Bring it down and then around. Now you can begin to straighten the leg out more and more as you get comfortable with it until you can get it as straight as you can. Unfortunately, right now, this is as straight as I can get it. Now, I can make excuses all day. I could say it's due to my groin injury from doing flares. I could also say it's because the fan's so low and I don't want to hit it, but it's just because I suck, all right? So, doesn't matter because you can get better. So honestly, from there, you just literally open that kick up more and more. You can tighten that driving knee up, kick, down, and around. Remember to warm up, stretch, practice safely. Don't do this if there's anything dangerous around or things you can break or get hurt. If you have a home gym set up where you can learn karate, perfect. Remember, work on flexibility slowly. So if you can't even open that leg, if it's just not flexible enough, obviously just work on flexibility and work on fitness. Check out my other in-home tricking tutorials where we learn other flips inside of the house, all right? We use the mattress hacks, great stuff. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for subscribing and all your positive support, feedback. I appreciate it so much. Stay tuned, more videos coming out. I hope this video helped you all out. Peace, you all have a good one. I will see you all in the next video.